Jamie Kelling in game 11, sense the theme, and Tommy in game 12.
As you know, I go not just in matches, but in other areas, as Mart looks at 82 to take the opening leg. The balls I found perfectly for double 16 to get off the board.
Game shot
In 15 darts, hold a throw, solid start for Patrick Mart. He leads Jamie Kelling by a leg to nil. The fish for JK, another one of them, will leave him the ball. And it wasn't too far away either.
76.
And so Mart back for 76. He's going to have two in his hand at double 8. He has been so good all week when it's come to those types of combinations.
Jamie, you require 76.
To get over the line and to win his opening game of the week. It's going to be one dart at tots for Jamie Kelling to complete the victory. And he knows all about it. A very good opening performance there for JK. 90 average. And that was despite 10 missed darts at double in the end. Patrick Mart, that was an improvement from what we saw from him in Group A at times. But it is a 4-3 victory for Jamie Kelling. Coming up next, Vreede against Lee Budgen.
Super Series participants that have not gone up there and hit a big average in excess of a ton.
Ball for the little fish.
98.
Oh,
Ryan,
he's saying you can't take this out, Ryan. Can you prove him wrong?
No.
Well, he played the percentage play there, Lee Budgen. And he has proven to be right. 13 darter, 2-0 lead. An impressive display thus far.
Lee, you require 160.
Another one of them. That is plum. Tops for a roof-raising finish. That is spectacular from Lee Budgen.
Get your ticket for a £2 booking fee. The ticket is free. Double 10. Double 5, long way off. That's in though.
On the fourth leg, Ryan Vreede. Ryan, you require 123.
Contest with an average in excess of 103. And what a great opportunity for the ADC lady players to experience this venue and stage.
Double 2 for Budgen to complete a 4-1 success, and what a performance that was from Lee Budgen. The average in the end ticks just below a ton, but for the most part it was around about 103 and 104. 160 high checkout as well. Lee Budgen has just put in a performance worthy of the favourite tag that he was given before a dart was thrown in Group C. So a 4-1 victory for Lee Budgen against Ryan Vreede. Coming up after the break, Tommy Morris in action up against Chris Hurds on debut in the Super Series.
Tommy, you require 76.
It's certainly working for him. Double 8. Well, that was quick fire. That was done in little over a minute.
You require 139.
That makes you feel uncomfortable. The more you do it, the more comfortable you feel every time. Double 16 for a beauty.
Game shot on the third leg. Tommy Morris. Tommy, you require 33.
Well, for a match that's going to last less than 10 minutes, I'd say third match dart. Gets over the line with a fourth.
And the match, Tommy
gets it done with a very, very nice 15 darter, an average of 91.30. We're yet to have a winning average under 90 so far today. And that's an indication that we're going to be in for a bit of a treat in this Group C. When we come back, Jamie Kelling back in action against Ryan Vreede.
So how handy can Kelling set up for the match? The answer is in perfect style. Vreede is going to have to take out the 160, which has been hit against him today. But he's not going to find one himself, and so Kelling is back for tops, where he's had some joy with today to get his second win of the day. And maybe everybody will be talking about Jamie, because Kelling has got the better of Vreede by 4 legs to 1, and he moves top of the pile, having won each of his opening 2 games. 2 impressive performances as well from Jamie Kelling, an 87-98 this time, 33% when it came to the finish. He was pretty much visit perfect in that match. Vreede, well, 2 defeats from 2, but he hasn't played bad so far today. Right, next up, Chris Hurds and Patrick Mart.
Patrick, you require 51.
now 113. And
Game,
ultimately,
shot, and the match,
it
Patrick
has cost
Mart.
Chris Hurds the match. Patrick gets his first 2 points on the table with the 4-1 victory. 76 average in the end, but no surprise when it was just 4 from 16. Well, an exciting matchup next. Lee Budgen takes on Tommy Morris.
This match, is it going to culminate now? Double 10.
Game,
It's job
shot,
done for
and the match,
Budgen. He
Lee
beats
Budgen.
Tommy Morris by 4 legs to 1. Another impressive display. 87 the average this time. It was actually 12 points down on last time, but still a good enough display from Budgen, who is putting himself in a very good position. 2 4-1 victories to begin his day. The group favourite is playing to type. He beats Tommy Morris by 4 legs to 1.
You require 100.
Oh, he would really pick his pocket. Treble 19 for double 19. Oh, gets the treble.
Game shot on
Gets
the
the
first
double.
leg, Chris Hurds. You require 108.
Match-winning chance for Chris Hurds. Looking for the treble. Leaving himself a dart at double 16 to get over the line and to pick up his first win at the Super
76.
Series.
Jamie, you require
Right, he's got
69.
a couple of options here. Should be 45-24. 14 for tops. 1 dart in hand. 1
Game
dart is
shot
all
on
he
fifth
needs.
leg, Jamie Kelling.
Oh, a very good rescue.
May well only be a dart at the bull. The bullseye to save it for JK.
61.
But once again, it grazes the
require
25.
32.
And so Hurds to get over the line and to seal his first victory at the Super Series, looking for double 8.
Game,
And
shot,
Chris
and
Hurds
the
is
match,
on the
Chris
board. He is
Hurds.
victorious at the Super Series as he gets the better of the informed Jamie Kelling by 4 legs to 2. A much improved performance from the displays we saw early on. It looks like he's beginning to settle to the task here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. A 4-2 victory against the informed Jamie Kelling. Chris Hurds is off the mark. Coming up after the break, Ryan de Vreede is in action up against Tommy Morris.
Me require 49.
Take the opening leg against the darts.
Yeah, before the off, they went 5 to 6 each of 2.
Game
Good
shot
dart.
on the first
When you
leg,
consider the
Tommy
position of that
Morris.
first dart in the, or just on the edge of the double 16, he had to work around it. He worked around it quite well.
They're interested to
Tommy
see if he
require
goes aggressive
92.
for the treble 20 or goes bull. Oh, that's a perfect first dart. Just composes himself. Double 16 for 2-0.
Game shot on the second leg, Tommy Morris.
With courage, conviction, and vigour.
Tommy, you
on 4
require
points.
18.
To wrap it up,
Game
you
shot,
could hear
and
the
match,
cry of
Tommy
come on
Morris.
from Tommy Morris. He's pent up, he's fired up, and he wants to return to Saturday night. He couldn't run off stage quick enough as he gets the better of Ryan de Vreede by 4 legs to 2. Another impressive performance from Tommy Morris. Next up, Patrick Mart against Lee Budgen. To get amongst your tweets.
Great pressure.
180. Patrick, you require 118. $28. Lee, you require 44.
So the Acapulco shot. Well, not now. Double 16.
Game shot on the first
Whichever
leg.
way,
Lee
it
Budgen.
works for Budgen. He leads 1-0. 14 dart breaker throw to kick off proceedings. Yeah, and so Patrick Mart's got an
Patrick, you
opportunity at
require
113 to
113.
send us the distance.
Oh, I've seen a great view of the deflection. He's found the 60. Got the 13.
93.
Although maybe back.
Lee, you
Double
require
3.
6.
Not the easiest double on the board.
Game shot and the match.
But
Lee
Budgen is going to take some budging because that double 3 means it's victory number 3 for the man from Hull. He gets the better of Patrick Mart by 4 legs to 2 with an 84.12 average. 5-11 when it came to the doubling. Patrick Mart, well, that is, as far as he's concerned, a second defeat from 3 matches. Coming up after the break, it is Chris Hurds against Ryan de Vreede.
Good. Ryan, you require 12.
It could get a little bit tetchy if he goes inside, but not that it's going to be an issue for
Ryan
Ryan de Vreede, as he gets the better of Chris Hurds by 4 legs to 2, and he gets himself on the board in Group C. A much-needed victory for the Dutchman, doing so with an impressive looking 88. 4 out of 12 when it came to the doubling. He gets the better of Chris Hurds by 4 legs to 2. Coming up after the break, this has a feel of the heavyweight battle in the group as Lee Budgen takes on Jamie Kelling.
Our first hold of throw.
16. His favoured tops.
Game show on the
Bang
fourth
in the
leg.
middle.
Jamie Kelling. Jamie, you require
he
55.
Wasn't going to win this match in this deciding leg. And he's missed the big number again. Tops to win it. 4-3.
15.
And it's grazed the wire. And the tension continues to sift through the live lounge. But Budgen completes the comeback job. He was 3-1 down. He faced match darts, but he gets the better of Jamie Kelling by 4 legs to 3 to move 4 from 4 in Group C. Kelling had the opportunity to really congeal this group, but it looks like Budgen is beginning to run away with proceedings. He is 4 points clear ahead of Tommy Morris's game against Patrick Mart next.
Tommy, you require 115.
115's got to go. Gets the 60. Big 15. Tops to really rescue the leg.
Game shot.
Great recovery effort from Tommy Morris.
You require 76.
So Morris has the opportunity to send us to 3-3. He's going to get 2 in hand at double 8. He's been quite good on this type of combination this week. 2 4s.
Game shot on the 6th leg.
You didn't need to know where the dart went. You just had to hear Tommy Morris.
180.
That's his first one of the match. What a
85.
time to get it.
Tommy, you require 121.
Your last scoring visit of the game to give you 6 darts to win the game. He's had to ride his luck at times.
75.
And he hasn't even guaranteed 3 clear at double.
70.
Not that it's going to matter. He is going to get 2. He picks his target and he picks tops.
Game shot. And
of the gun
Tommy Morris
tells you that he has won by 4 legs to 3. It moves Tommy Morris onto 6 points. The fired up, charged up gun from Paul could well be the top gun come the end of the day. A 4-3 victory for Tommy Morris. He had to survive a scare there against Patrick Mart, but it is Morris who gets over the line. 1 round of fixtures left to go. It kicks off with Lee Budgen in action up against Chris Hurds. To send us all the way. He'll be thanking his lucky stars he's got this opportunity. And he can't take it. That is as close as you can get without finding the bed.
16.
2 4s. To complete the job
and a match,
for Chris Hurds, a 4-2 victory against Lee Budgen means that it's not going to be a card completion for Budgen. So a 4-2 scoreline in the favour of Chris Hurds. 2 more games to go. Mart de Vreede is next.
Patrick, you require 88.
Double 14. Now double 7.
Game shot on the
1-0
first
to
leg.
Patrick Mart. 15 dart, a solid opening leg.
Patrick, you require 70.
Just not happened for him. Double 10.
Game
to seal a 4-0 success, Patrick Mart has got the better of Ryan de Vreede. A really good performance there, 87 the average. And so Patrick Mart keeps himself in contention puts himself onto 4 points. Right, one more game to go. Jamie Kelling and Tommy Morris. We're going to learn a lot more about the league table from the conclusion of that one. Kelling has got tops and now tens, with Morris on a finish to win the match.
Game shot on the 6th leg.
And it
Jamie
comes up
Kelling.
clutch for Kelling. Tops. Not this time, and so
60.
Kelling is double 10,
Jamie
his friend
required
again.
20.
It was a double that sent us to the decider. Oh, but he's
No
bust
score.
it! It's straight the wrong side.
Tommy, you require 40.
And is Morris going to be darting with delight? Can he just squeeze one below? No is the
score.
answer. And so Kenny's coming
Jamie,
back
you
for 3
require
more
20.
at double 10. Fives. Is it another rescue act up here?
Game,
Yes is the
shot,
answer.
and the match,
Jamie Kelling seals a huge 4-3 victory, potentially in terms of the running in this group. A 4-3 success against Tommy Morris as he gets over the line to ensure an 81.44 average, 14 missed darts at double, but it doesn't matter as far as Jamie Kelling is concerned. He's a 4-3 victor against Tommy Morris. It moves him on to 6 points alongside Tommy Morris. Lee Budgen is the man to budge at the top of the group on 8.
Thanks, Henry. All day, all the good stuff we've seen, then it all comes down to missed doubles at the end, doesn't it? Darts, eh?
Yeah, it's pressure as well, and there's a lot riding on it going into tomorrow afternoon session. A chance, of course, there for Tommy to close the gap, but also a massive opportunity to just get yourself into the group and at the right side of the top 3.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at the results that have happened today so far. Significant one at the end there. We'll have a look at the table in a moment. But, I mean, in a way, both players blew it. Kelling, in the end, getting over the line. Another significant result, 2 up from there. Lee Budgen losing for the first time.
Yeah, that was a strange game. I mean, Chris Hurds has beat the top 2 players of this group, in my opinion, in Jamie Kelling and in Lee Budgen. And yeah, it was strange because the way Jamie started, won his opening 2 matches, looked really convincing, has to be said, as did Lee Budgen, and then lost the next 2, and it was all about how he reacted, and, well, he very nearly blew it in that one.
Well, talking about reacting, let's talk a little bit more about Tommy Morris. Look, we've seen, all week we've been saying it, this real sort of 2 sides to Tommy. This kind of thing, brilliant finishing, quick fire, fantastic, but we've also seen some more erratic, more sloppy stuff from him.
Yeah, I just think that's the way he likes to play the game, because he's actually, when he's away from the hockey and we're having a chat with him and we're all passing and all in the venue, quite a quiet fella, you know, real nice, approachable guy, and he gets up there and he gets fired up. But, you know, a lot of people could say that about Gezi Price, I suppose, because when you actually interact with him away from, you know, the hockey, the actual stage, completely different character. Maybe he needs to do that to generate the adrenaline, and he needs to play his best darts. But I just think for sometimes with Tommy, I think it works in a negative with him because he's too emotional.
Well, look, we can talk about it, but Tommy's reactions have been something that we've been focusing on all week, and if you have missed any of it, then just take a look and have a listen to this.
He is going to get 2. He picks his target and he picks tops.
Game, shot, and the match,
the gun
Tommy Morris.
tells you that he is won.
Yeah, the reaction. I mean, you mentioned Gerwin Price. That was kind of Price-esque, wasn't it? The roar there and the reaction.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of get it. It's 3-all in a game that he'd missed a fair few doubles in, made hard work of a match that he should have probably made a little bit more comfortable. And, you know, that's just a release. You know, some players just sort of clench a fist and some players don't react at all. It's just on your personality, I suppose.
Yeah, one player who kind of does that, what you've just said, is Lee Budgen. He's been the standout player of the day in this group. We saw some really good stuff from him. Won his first 4 matches, did Lee Budgen. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on what you've seen from him today?
Yeah, very impressed. I was shocked to see him as favourite to win the group, but obviously the odds compilers know more than I do, because very much like they had Warby 9-4 favourite to win Group A and 4-1 to win the week. I just didn't see it personally. You know, I couldn't dig any deeper than I did to sort of find that kind of level of consistency in play to warrant being a favourite. But my goodness, didn't he back up those odds today? And you know, he's the clear leader out in front on 8 points, dropping just one game, and we know that formula works.
Yeah, he did, right until that last game, as you just mentioned there, which was a bit of a surprise, I think, to everyone, including Lee. But you think if one of these goes in, and they nearly did, he might have won that last leg decider with throw.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what happens when you go 4 out of 4, the pressure is on you to try and make it 5 out of 5. And with all due respect, you know, we expected in comms when you look at the exchanges, and I'm sure everybody at home would have expected Lee Budgen to win this match. It looked on paper the easiest one of the day, but with the added pressure of making it 5 out of 5, rather than thinking I'm on top regardless, I think that was just enough to put him out of his stride.
Well, let's have a look at that table. He is on top, but maybe not by the margin that he would have hoped, because after that last result, not only does he have one player a couple of points behind him, but Jamie Kelling Winger has actually made it not even certain that he'll make it through the top 2 and through to finals night.
Yeah, I mean, that last match was the perfect storm for Lee Budgen, wasn't it? With Jamie eventually nicking it, because as you said, had Tommy won it, he'd have been level on points and maybe felt a bit more pressure going into tomorrow. But what it does for us, it opens up a fabulous conclusion to tomorrow afternoon's Group C, with everybody, with probably the exception of Vreede, in with a mix. I mean, if he goes perfect for the day tomorrow, he might scrape a second place, but I doubt it.
Yeah, those fixtures played in reverse tomorrow for the conclusion of this group. But we're going to be back tonight for the start of Group B. Some big names in there, including former world finalist Mark Durbridge. The action gets underway from 10 p.m. live on Sporty Stuff TV. So we hope to see you then.